Hello everyone, welcome back to another video of Fantasy Tales, where today we're going to be talking about Bular the Butcher. But before we start, can I give a huge shout out to everyone who watched my last video. Cheers to all of you. It really encourages me to continue the work I'm doing. So if you watch my videos, or continue to watch it I should say, I will always pump out this awesome content. Without further ado, let's get into it. Not much is known about Bular's early history, but we do know that he was born before the Battle of Killahead, which happened in law 900 years before the current day, meaning Bular is over 900 years old. We also know that he is the son of Gunma, but have no information on his mother. This is enforced with the fact Bular and Gunma don't speak anything of her, telling us of a traumatic experience possibly caused by humans, or a shameful incident that happened in their family. Whatever is the case, Bular is shown to deeply care about his father and has displayed moments of despair at losing him, but we'll talk about that later. Bular would grow up to be a mighty warrior and a brutal savage against humanity, earning the title Butcher. Throughout his father's reign, Bular would act as one of his father's generals, terrorizing the kingdom of Camelot and any nearby village, with all coming to dread the name Bular. Eventually, years of destruction would come to an end at the Battle of Killahead, where him, his father, and the horde of Gum-Gums would fight against the forces of Camelot and the good trolls led by Dea, the Deliverer. In the end, Gunma and his surviving followers would be banished to the Darklands, Bular being the only one to survive this fate. Bular vowed to rebuild Killahead Bridge, retrieve the Amulet of Daylight, and get his father out of the Darklands. But if he was to do this though, he would need help, so he would build up an army of goblins and send his army out to find pieces of Killahead and find the location of the Troll Hunter. At some time he would also be approached by the Janus Order, led by Strickler, who offered their services to him in freeing his father. Reluctantly he agreed, as with all trolls, he harbored a great dislike for changelings. But he needed their resources if he was to be successful. With the agreement made, he decided to busy himself with getting the amulet, leaving the Janus Order to recover the Killahead pieces. Bular held a great grudge against the troll hunters for what they did to him, and off them in gruesome and disgusting ways, defeating the likes of Dea and all those preceding her, until facing off against the most unlikely of troll hunter. The amulet, for the first time, shows a human, Jim Lake Jr., meaning Bular was forced to change his strategy, as he could no longer face Jim and front on conflict, as this would draw too much attention to his master plan, as his partner Strickler spelled out to him. Finally, after many years, Bular and his consorts were able to rebuild Killahead, with the final piece allowing him to communicate with his father. He explained to Gunma on Strickler's allegiance and how he possibly had feelings for the boy, which was why he wasn't allowing Bular to do away with him as he saw fit. So Gunma had Bular test Strickler by revealing Strickler's identity as a changeling to Jim, forcing Strickler to retrieve the amulet and kill Jim. While Strickler wasn't able to kill Jim, he was able to retrieve the amulet. But when Bular placed the amulet onto the bridge, it revealed to all of them that Jim was the only one who could open the bridge. Bular had Nomura, one of Strickler's agents, get Jim, while vowing to Strickler that if it doesn't work, Arcadia would burn in his fury. After Nomura failed, they captured Blinky, Jim's mentor, who snuck into their lair the same night. And in the morning, Strickler blackmailed Jim into opening the portal, and in return, his friend would be set free. Jim was ready for them, however, and soon a fight erupted between Bular's consorts and Jim's team. Bular himself facing off against Droll, the son of the former troll hunter, and the traitor Arg. Even with centuries of preparation, Bular failed and the bridge was destroyed. And in despair, chased after Jim, cornering him off and facing Jim on the same bridge he had killed the last troll hunter. Bular taunted Jim on the knowledge of a captured baby, and on how the amulet made a mistake. This would not avail him, as in the end Jim landed the fatal blow, sending him into the canal depths below. Then rising from the canal as a daylight-infused beast, hopping to deliver a lasting blow before stopped by R, finally crumbling to stone. Bular was a bit of a underused villain in my opinion, only relevant to the story to set up Gunma and Strickler's own future arcs. This is with my own opinion of Bular being my favourite villain from the series, which is why I wish they used him more. Perhaps in a future video I will make a theory video on what if Bular survived. But that's a tale for another day, my friends. And may the glory of Merlin be with you always.